LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith have been locked in a public back-and-forth for the past week, with tensions stemming from Smith's remarks about Bronny James and LeBron's role as a father. The situation escalated when James confronted Smith courtside during a Lakers game, seemingly telling the ESPN host to stop discussing his family in the manner he had been. In response, Smith spent a significant portion of the following day's first take addressing the encounter, using multiple platforms to expand on his side of the story. This led fans to speculate whether this feud was turning into something long-term. Given the close nature of their relationship, few people are more in tune with James' perspective than his agent, Rich Paul. Paul, who has worked alongside James for years as the head of Clutch Sports, dismissed the idea that this conflict was anything more than a brief disagreement. During an appearance on the Pat McAfee show, Paul downplayed the situation and clarified that neither side harbored lingering resentment. "Yeah, I didn't think it was much. I think that, as adults, you try to handle things the best way possible, and so, I was glad they were able to move on. It's tough. Anytime you have media platforms, and there's so many today, and these guys, as much as they critique, sometimes the critique can be felt as if it's a little bit more than that. There's a balance there to try to maintain, and so for me, I just tried to focus on the business of it, and keep the personal stuff away. Sometimes you have those things, but we've moved on. It was a dust-up and we've moved on." James has made a conscious effort to let Bronny carve out his own path without being overshadowed by his own towering legacy. However, Smith's comments seem to cross a boundary, particularly when he directly appealed to James as a father, urging him to prevent Bronny from continuing his basketball career. For James, this was more than just typical sports commentary, it was personal. While the heated exchange made headlines, Paul's words suggest that both parties have moved past the incident. James, who has spent decades under the microscope of public scrutiny, is no stranger to controversy. But when it comes to his family, he draws a firm line. Smith, for all his bravado, also seems to understand the gravity of the situation. While their disagreements may not be over entirely, this particular chapter appears to have come to a close. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel.